What's up, guys? What's up, Patreon family? Just a little reminder. I got on here to talk about phone game, but just a little reminder. Now, if you want to book like a private consultation, if you're not in the coaching tier, or if you don't have my number on one of those tiers that you paid for, if you want a private consultation, if you're not in Patreon, it's $30 for 30 minutes, $60 for an hour. But if you are on Patreon already, it's only $10, because I have a lot of guys coming up to me paying me whole $30. Now they have 3 phone calls they can make, and they're just not knowing it's $10. So if you're on Patreon and you want to talk on the phone, it's $10. So it's a lot cheaper. If you're not, it's $30, which is kind of stupid, because there's a lot of guys that call me on the regular instead of just joining the Patreon, where it's so much value. Even though I'm like actually just recreating everything. But phone game, guys, listen. Phone game is super important. A phone game contributes towards building comfort, right? Like, say, for example, like when I tell you guys you need at least 4 to 7 hours of comfort building. Now, at least that's the mystery method, right? 4 to 7 hours of comfort building before you can get a girl comfortable enough to ready to have sex with you, right? At least that's the theory anyway. And I believe it to be true. Which is why most girls don't have sex with you the first day, or usually after the 3rd date they do. But if you think about it, if you're hanging out with a girl for a few hours here and there and going on a date here and there, and then you're going home and you're not really talking on the phone, it all contributes about to the same. So if you're talking to a girl on the phone and you're building comfort, and you're building rapport, and you're building and you're flirting and teasing, and careful with your validation, right? Especially FaceTime, because FaceTime is the closest thing you're going to get to meeting in person. And this is definitely necessary if you're getting girls off the app, right? Because until you meet up with her, FaceTime and talking on the phone is definitely a big necessity. And you got to have game over the phone too. And she might give you shit tests over the phone. Like, say if you're on the phone and she keeps you on hold forever, be like, listen, I'm gonna just call you back. All right, like, say if like she has you on pause, like, hey, if she puts you on, like, hold on 1 second, and if she continues doing it, be like, hey, you know what, let me just call you back, or call me back when you're free, because I notice you keep pausing me, so you seem a little busy. She'd be like, oh, no, I'm not busy. And if she continue to do it, be like, hey, let me just call you back, right? Like, I got to do something, or you just seem really busy, because it's a little rude, right? And sometimes it can be a bit of a shit test, especially if she's doing a whole bunch of shit on the phone and not engaging with you, right? And not giving you that attention. So what you want to do is like, hey, listen, let me just call you back. You seem a little busy. And she'll be like, no, I'm not busy. Now, even if you get a girl on the street and you do approach game, right? And it's always subjective, and it's not always true. Sometimes you can wait. Sometimes, depending on if you had a really good approach, like if you talked to her for a few minutes or maybe half an hour or an hour, and you got her number, right? And you did everything. You built comfort, you built rapport, you throw some negs in there, but obviously based off her energy and what she's doing, if you had a really good approach, and if it's a botched approach, you can get her number, you might never hear from her, right? Now, it's always still good to talk to her on the phone, right? Now, some people say, like, some coaches, I know some dating coaches, though, might say, wait a day or two, wait a few days, and it might work. Sometimes, if I get a girl's number, I might speak to her that day on the phone. Why not? It's building comfort. I'm not doing anything wrong. If she's interested, we can talk. And it goes towards building comfort. So if I talk to her at least 2 to 3 times before I see her, next time when I see her, she's ready to go. She's ready to go, especially when I put the game on her in person and we already talked on the phone and I can see where her energy's at. It's a wrap. She's ready to fucking go. She's ready to go. So phone game is very necessary. It's very necessary, especially when you get girls off the dating app. See if you get a girl on the dating app. I just spoke to one of my Patreon guys, and he was just saying how, what do I do if I use the technique? Because usually with the girls off the apps, I might see something on her page, like say if she likes ice skating or rollerblading. I'm like, hey, or she likes a certain type of food. I'm like, hey, first date rollerblading, or first date, let's get some pizza or something like that. So we get the food, and so we set up a date. Like, oh, sure, I'm down for that. Cool. All right. Do you have iMessage or Instagram? Because on my Instagram, there's some indication of, how do you say, what's the correct word? Social proof, right? Social proof meaning that, I have a good amount of followers. I have like a lot of comments on my pictures. There's girls. There's a lot of things that will demonstrate that I have options. So with that being said, sometimes I might do that. But also on Instagram, you can FaceTime and do phone calls on the DMs. So if she's not comfortable enough with giving me her number or on iMessage, we can call and speak on Instagram. That suffices also. So when I do that and be like, hey, let's plan this, she says she's down. So I might talk to her for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes the most. Depending if we have a lot of chemistry, I'll keep the phone call somewhat short. And when I do that, that's showing her like, listen, I'm not super overzealous to talk to you. You're just a regular girl. I'm not going to sit here and validate you all day. I'm not super excited to see you or anything crazy like that. You're a regular girl. I'm going to treat you like a regular girl, especially if she's super beautiful. So I'm just here to listen. I'm here to treat you regular. Let's not get too excited. Let's not get too overzealous. Let's keep it very plain and regular, right? So then I'll build that comfort over the phone, and then after I do that and we set up the date, the actual plans of where we're gonna meet and what time and what day, and I might talk to her like maybe the next day on the phone for another 20 minutes to half an hour, build a little more comfort, get to know her. Let's say if we set that up on Sunday, Monday, I talk to her on the phone. I might text her once on Tuesday, might not talk to her on Wednesday or Thursday. Hit her up Friday or maybe something like that. Or if I do text her on those 2 days, maybe one time or two times. She won't hear from me much, or I might just ghost her for 2 days. And then I might text her one or something like that. Somewhere in between there, in that gray area. And then I hit up on Friday, be like, hey, so I made the reservations for this time. I'll come pick you up at that time. Let me know if that's good for you. Once she responds to that, everything is good. I see you on the date. Like, hey, I'm on my way to come pick you up. Boom. That's it. There's really not much you can do, but what I'm saying is the phone game is necessary. And while you're on the phone game, try not to validate her. Look out for the shit test. Like, oh, I love shooting guns, for example. Oh, I hate shooting guns. Guns are so dangerous. You shouldn't do it. Oh, that's I understand where you're coming from. Well, that can be dangerous, but that's a little too bad because, baby, I just ordered like 3 new guns and I'm about to shoot them shits as soon as I get a chance, right? Right. When giving shit tests, you never want to try to answer these questions logically, right? Shit tests are something that's going to come, and you just got to know how to deal with it when they come. You want to flirt. You want to build some sexual tension, and you want to, tease her, especially if she's super beautiful, because super beautiful girls are, when you tease them, it lets them know, and stay away from the validation, right? Even if she asks you, oh, how do I look? Or even if she compliments you, you don't have to say it back. You say thank you, and simple. You don't have to return it back. That fucking simple. Even if she says, oh, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about my dress? And she's trying something on for you. Like, I like the pants, but I'm not really feeling that color on you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because you could be like, my ex had a very similar pants. I'm probably almost the same pants. I'm not 100% sure. But the way it fit her, I honestly liked it. It doesn't fit you bad. I feel like that those pants with that top doesn't go. I'm not feeling it. I don't know whether it's the outfit. All I can tell you is I'm just not feeling that one on you in particularly, right? So if she says like, oh, do you like my makeup? It's cool. I'm not really feeling, that kind of foundation. Little things like that. It doesn't have to be crazy. Say you like an item on her, but you don't like something else, right? You have to learn to game her over the phone. Don't fall for the validation trick. They might put something in your face. Even if she comes ass naked, Do you think my butt looks good in these? I've been doing squats. Do you think my ass looks good? It's cool, but there's definitely room for progress. There's definitely room for progress if you don't want to be rude. I mean, sometimes I could say you could use a little more work, baby. I mean, it's eatable. You know, I could definitely see that ass getting ate, but you just got a long ways to go. There's a lot of room for improvement, right? So this way you're also building sexual tension, you know, and then you're also like, you know, not validating her exactly, right? Phone game, guys. Work on your phone game. Phone game is super, super duper important. All right, I'm out of here.